USAID's West Africa Trade Hub helps companies compete in world markets while addressing constraints to business in transportation, telecommunications, business environment, and finance.
So Home Foods Processing and Cannery Limited has been in existence for the past 15 years. Started Home Foods with about 2 workers. Now we have a current workforce of 25. We started our vegetable oil production packaging in March, and we started with 60 tons a month, and then that increased 2 months later to 90 tons. And this is from March to November. We've doubled that up to about 180 tons a month. And even with that, we still have shortage. The company has huge plans. We need money to buy the stocks, to package, to sell. The market is already there. We actually currently produce against orders in terms of our vegetable oil on the local market as well as the export market. The problem is that either the banks, the interest rates that the banks are providing is way too high, or that the banks are not willing to invest in companies on this part of the world at all because they think that it's too risky.
For companies across West Africa, access to finance remains a critical problem. USAID's West Africa Trade Hub has produced this video to shed light on the problem and help clarify the issues so that banks, companies, and investors can work together to solve it.
I think there's a working misunderstanding between both the banker and the SMEs. Most banks in this environment are reluctant to lend to that category of borrower because it requires too much work. One of the reasons why we're having this workshop is to provide a forum for both the bankers and their potential clients to get together and understand each other a little bit better.
If SMEs and banks are going to work together, it stands to reason that they have to understand each other.
For the SMEs is they don't really understand how to convince a banker that they have a quality business. So when the bankers evaluate the business, they have to understand not only the past activities but the future projections of the actual business. But the key to this is getting the SMEs to understand that they truly need to develop a very good project proposal, a clear business plan, and go in there with a very positive attitude that the banks are going to help them.
When banks and SMEs sit down to discuss finance, they start off with different perspectives and ideas. This leads to frustration on all sides.
Moi, je suis banquière de formation. En plus, ma spécialité, c'était le risque de crédit. Donc, le gros problème que j'ai trouvé, même à aller vers les banques, c'est que les taux étaient absolument énormes, les taux qui sont demandés. Et je pense qu'il n'y a pas véritablement un accompagnement. Je n'ai pas trouvé qu'il y avait forcément des banques d'investissement au niveau du Sénégal.
West Africa's handcrafts are competitive on world markets. Banks are recognizing this and beginning to develop innovative financial products tailored to exporting companies in handcrafts and other sectors.
A lot of our businesses are in the informal sector in Africa. So we introduced the UBA AfriTrade. Basically, AfriTrade provides a platform for seamless payment of for services, goods and services by businesses. So we can link, say, a shea butter exporter to his importer and then help them to achieve payment settlement over this platform that we're providing.
We do provide financing every day, constantly, but again, we provide financing to people who are really willing to open up their businesses to us, open their books to us, and to be able to provide us with decent financials and business plans that actually make sense and who understand what they're doing. We do have a lot of money today that we give out to small and medium-sized enterprises. And Bank Atlantic is over from Senegal all the way to Cameroon, and we do provide a lot of loans to SME.
Notre démarche auprès des PME exportatrices ne s'arrête pas simplement aux PME qui interviennent en Afrique, mais elle va au-delà, en Europe, aux États-Unis ou en Asie. Nous avons des produits qui leur permettent de faire leur activité dans des meilleures conditions. Il s'agit d'une salle de marché qui nous permet de négocier les devises à des prix extrêmement compétitifs, mais également un réseau de correspondants qui sont très fiables et qui permettent une célérité de tous leurs transferts.
An average commercial bank charges an interest rate of about 22% in Nigeria, whereas we in Bank of Industry, we charge only 10% as interest rate. All that we need to have is the commitment of the governments, those governments that want to implement what we do. If they have the commitment and they can provide the funding, and we in Bank of Industry are always willing to assist.
Government also has a role.
Because of the level of investment that is required to improve infrastructure, government has to lead the effort in that.
Banks, however, are not the only source of financing for SMEs.
If you look at the numbers, you'll see that most of the countries that we're dealing with in the region are actually dominated by the SME sector. In some cases, 90% of the employment is with the SMEs. In some cases, up to 40% of the GDP of these countries is in the SME sector. If really the banks aren't going to participate in the way that perhaps we feel they should, I think that there's a natural opportunity for funds like ours, and funds like perhaps Root Capital, to also come in and invest.
But really we want to be offering finance to businesses that wouldn't otherwise have that opportunity, so that 2 or 3 years from now they can approach a bank and they say, we have a track record, we've managed loans, we're doing well as an exporter, now we're ready to work with you.
USAID's West Africa Trade Hub is working across West Africa to improve access to competitively priced finance. Addressing the problem ultimately will make SMEs more productive and West Africa more competitive on world markets. Banks and investors have a number of profitable opportunities to choose from.
Aujourd'hui, je chiffre mes besoins à plus d'1 milliard de francs parce que je suis dans un pays qui est en reconstruction. Donc, je voulais vraiment m'équiper en matériel TP. C'est-à-dire je voulais parler des camions bennes et autres. Et surtout aussi, il y a de nouveaux marchés de débouchés sur le Burkina Faso et le Niger, où on a découvert les mines de pétrole.
J'ai déjà une industrie avec un investissement déjà de près de 3 millions de dollars et je veux croître en production année par année au fur et à mesure que la demande s'accroît. Et pour cela, je cherche un partenaire avec qui nous allons continuer à croître.
J'ai trouvé une oreille attentive de la part des banquiers, ce que je n'espérais plus jusqu'à présent. Et je crois que c'est ce qu'il nous faut, qu'ils croient comme nous on croit à notre projet.
Business in West Africa is profitable. Companies are competitive and expanding. But they need access to finance to fully realize their potential. Banks, companies, investors, and government must come together to resolve the access to finance problems.